Good evening. As pressure grows to find a challenger to the Prime Minister, divisions have appeared among some South West Tory MPs. North Cornwall MP Jerry Neal says he unquestionably supports Mrs Thatcher, but his colleague in the south east of the county, Robert Hicks, takes a different view.
It's by no means certain, though I think it's likely that Mr Heseltine probably will be the candidate in any forthcoming election. And although he may not be my preferred choice, I do believe that it is necessary for a change, and therefore one would probably vote for Mr Heseltine.
24 workers at a South Devon joinery are being made redundant as a direct result of the Gulf crisis. Saddam Hussein's invasion of Kuwait has cost Staverton Joinery around £1 million in orders. The firm manufactures high-quality furniture. The funeral has taken place in Newquay of the Cornish fireman who fell to his death when a turntable ladder collapsed during an exercise. Colleagues of 31-year-old Steve Taylor carried his coffin at the ceremony. The Mayor of Newquay has opened an appeal for his family. A 20-year-old man accused of abducting his 6-year-old cousin has been committed for trial at Truro Crown Court. Stephen Burns is alleged to have taken the boy from his Newquay home. Salmon on the River Plym near Plymouth will now find it easier to spawn thanks to sappers from the Royal Engineers. Only the most determined fish could conquer a 10-foot waterfall to gain the higher reaches. So today, the sappers blew it up. And the weather looking a little less spectacular for tomorrow. Some bright or sunny spells, but the afternoon will be cloudy with showers. The top temperature, 14 degrees Celsius. And now the national picture with Bill Giles.
A very good evening to you. This low pressure is going to bring some wet and windy weather across southern parts as it drifts its way eastwards through tonight. The windiest weather, I think, is likely down near the southwestern coast. One or two fairly heavy winds there, props getting up to gale force over the headlands there. Coming down, as you can see, into the Channel Islands. And then later on tonight, some quite strong winds coming back into western parts of Scotland. Let's have a look at the rain then, because there's some heavy rain pushing in from the west now. You can see on the rainfall radar that it's worked its way in across Wales, well into southwest England. And the red areas are on that, and the yellow too shows them fairly heavy rain. And that's continuing to push its way in. Now we can pick this up with the rainfall radar, and you can see that that's trundling its way through the night over many central and southern parts of the country. One or two pulses of fairly heavy rain mixed in that too. Most of it will have cleared by the end of the night, but still there's hang back in the extreme southeast. And up in the far northwestern part of Scotland, as you can see, still one or two showers dotted around. But a mild night, of course, especially down in the south, where it's going to stay fairly windy. Well, let's have a look at tomorrow then. Still that hangover cloud, perhaps the odd spot or two of rain in the extreme southeast. That's soon going to clear away. And then most of England and Wales, dry and bright with some sunshine. But up in the north and west, there I think you're going to get the heavy showers right from the word go. Those showers then continuing tomorrow to feed their way southeast. There might even be a shower right down in the southeastern part of the country by the end of the afternoon. But once again, another very mild day, but quite a windy day, as you can see. And later on tomorrow, I think gale force winds coming back into those northwestern parts. Well, let's have a look ahead until Thursday and Friday. And on Thursday, quite a bright start over many parts of England and Wales, but wet and windy weather in this far northern and northwestern part. That's going to push right the way across the country through the day. But as you can see, still some very mild weather to contend with as well, and brighter weather coming back into Scotland. And then on Friday, well, a pretty miserable, murky day with some rain around. But I think in that northwestern part, very gradually brightening up through the day and staying mild and quite windy. And that's it. Bye-bye for now.
The new look Radio Times is now even easier to use, and there's so much to read in it, it's unbelievable.
I can barely believe it.
Radio Times is now brilliantly arranged in new sections. I'm actually in the travel section with the in-depth story of my epic travels around Europe.
It's time for another Children in Need extravaganza.
And the Radio Times is covering it all as far as the eye can see and the ear can hear.
An absolutely essential read. Radio Times, the most entertaining way to put yourself in the picture.
Now on BBC1, a Japanese property deal causes a rift between Danny and Frank at the Paradise Club.